Alright, so now that we've got our code, we can import this into After Effects and start to create our preset. But to get this into After Effects, we have to do a little bit of work with our presetfx.xml file. Now, this is one of the steps that once you've created your .pseudo file, the users won't have to do this. This is just what you're going to have to do to get things set up. But to get started, we're going to go into our Windows Explorer, and I'll explain how to do this on a Mac in just a second. We're going to go into the local disk where your applications are installed, program files, into the Adobe section. We'll go into After Effects CC, which is what I'm using. You can go to whatever version of After Effects you're using. It's all the same. Into support files, and inside here we're going to scroll down until we find presetfx.xml. So on a Mac, you're going to go into Applications, into the version of After Effects you want to use. Right now I'm in After Effects CS4. You're going to actually click on the application file. We're going to right click it and go down to Show Package Contents. Now in here there's only one folder. We're going to go into the Contents folder and then into the Resources folder. And then if we scroll down, we can find the presetfx.xml file right here. Now, other than the location of this file, installing pseudo effects on a Mac is exactly the same as installing them on Windows. Now you can see here that I have presetfx.xml backup. This is just a duplicate of the presetfx file. Not necessary, but possibly a good idea in case you're doing a lot of messing around with the presetfx file. And we're going to open this up. And I'm just using Notepad++ to edit this. And I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom of this file. Now you can see all of these other presets and custom controls that are already in here by default. And these are created by Adobe, which you can see because of the ADBE prefix to all of these controls. Now we are going to add our control at the very bottom of this list. So after the last closing effect tag, you can see that there's the effect tag and then there's effects tag with an S. Each of these effect tags is a separate control, and the effects tag is what holds all of them. So we're going to go between the effect and effects tag, create a couple spaces here, and we're going to copy in our control. So copy XML code. You can also copy it from the file we saved, and then we'll just paste it right in here. So there's the control we had. I'm going to save this, and now we can choose how we want to import this into After Effects. We can either choose to use the import script and do it manually, or you can choose to use the auto import script, which is what I'm going to do here. And to start out, we're going to click the Save Auto Import script, and we're going to go to the same folder that we were at before, which is in our local disk, program files, in Adobe, into the same After Effects version, CC, into scripts, and I'm going to choose the startup folder. Now, the scripts in this folder are scripts that are always run whenever After Effects starts up, and you can read a little bit more about it in this text file, but that's pretty much all it says. And we're just going to save this script as auto import. And it doesn't really matter what you save it as, because as soon as the script is run, it's actually going to delete itself, and I'll show you how that works. So I'll hit save, and now the script has been saved. We can close out of this. And let me bring up that folder. So there's our auto import script. And when I open up After Effects, you can see that right when it's opened up, it's got a new layer called Custom Control Layer, and it has our Simple Graphs preset already applied. Now this actually isn't the preset, it's just the control, but you can see that it's already been applied without us doing anything. And if I go back into that folder, you can see that the script is now gone. So what the auto import script does is when After Effects starts up, automatically creates a layer, applies the control, and deletes the script so that the next time you start up After Effects, it doesn't import all that again. So that's how the auto import script works. Now if you wanted to use the manual option, what you can do, let's just create a new composition. Create a new solid, it can be any layer, it could be a null object if you want. We'll go to File, Scripts, Open Script Editor. And let's copy that script. So copy import script, go back into our script editor, hit paste, and here you can see basically what it's going to do is use the first layer in the active composition, and it's going to apply our Simple Graphs script. So let's make sure we have our composition selected and our first layer selected, so this composition is active. Go back in here, we'll push play. You can see that's been run, has a result, and now the same result, we have the Simple Graphs control applied to this layer, and if we look through, it's got all of our controls and all of those groups, and everything that we created in the custom controls creator has been applied inside of After Effects. Right now, none of these controls actually do anything. To make these do things, we're going to have to use expressions and actually create that preset, which is what we're going to do in the next tutorial. So let's get started on that.